Alright guys, we gotta get this one right. On three, we're gonna say welcome back to Extraordinary Thoughts for the Ordinary Mind. 1, 2, 3.
Welcome back to our Mind.
And we back.
That'll work right there.
Yeah.
And we back. And we
Yeah.
back. And we back. And we
Y'all did y'all best. And that's all that matters.
What's going on, everybody? It's that Ordinary Podcast with the Extraordinary Thoughts that tells you to stop being great and be extraordinary. And welcome back to another episode of Extraordinary Thoughts for the Ordinary Mind. So, Happy New Year's. Congratulations on making it into the New Year's. And I always say congratulations because, wait a minute, just like Friday and the Friday before that and the Friday before that and the Friday before that, the Friday last year, because I'm so excited to say that this is the first Wildcard Friday. As a matter of fact, this is actually the first episode of 2020. And this ordinary podcaster asked for so many extraordinary thoughts and received so many, and I just can't wait to jumpstart today. So just like what I was mentioning, congratulations on making it into the new year, because I don't know what 2019 was like for you, but I can assure you that every L that you took, every setback that you took, and every blessing that you received were lessons that are going to propel you and jumpstart your 2020. Now, I keep saying jumpstart because this episode is dedicated to the new year. Yes, it's dedicated to the new year. And, honestly, I always told myself that I would never do a New Year's resolution because, in fact, I'm the New Year's resolution. And I say I'm the New Year's resolution because I get a fresh 24 hours every single day to rephrase my life. And, I've already said it, that I don't see why I should have to wait 365 days to get my life in order. But because of the blessings of 2019, because of the lessons that I learned in 2019, and finally realizing what my purpose is, I told myself that I will honor them and that I would dedicate 2020 to walking in my purpose. So with that being said, I made a New Year's resolution. And my New Year's resolution, honestly, is to invest more. I plan on investing more into me. I plan on investing more into me and physically, financially, spiritually. I want to invest more into the podcast. I want to invest more into interacting with y'all. So if you didn't have a New Year's resolution, or if you did have a New Year's resolution, or if you just got a goal in mind, this episode is the Mindset Jumpstart Program. No, that's a horrible name. It's the mindset plan that's going to jumpstart your year. Let's go with that. All right, first things first, cut off all your friends. All right, well, not all of your friends, but if they're not serving a purpose in your life, because I'm a strong believer that people come in your life on purpose to serve a purpose. So the purpose that some of your friends are probably holding is just holding up a spot for somebody that could come in and actually be beneficial for you in your life. And I say beneficial because, and yes, it's a hard pill to swallow. Because we've known people for 5 years, 10 years. We thought that we would spend the rest of our lives with some of these people. But they hold no real purpose. In fact, I see some of the people I know, like apps on my phone that I used to interact with, I used to use. But now they just hold up space. And now they're causing my phone to slow down. See, a lot of our friends or our associates or comrades or whatever you want to call them, they're just slowing us down. See, I'm not 15 years old no more. See, I don't need to sit on the phone and talk about nothing. I don't want to know what so-and-so's doing. I don't want to know who's this, who's that. I want to make action plans for my life. That's what I want to do. If you're not going to teach me generational wealth, I need you out of here. If you're not going to push my purpose the same way that I'm walking in it, I need you out of here. If you don't see the vision the way that I see the vision, I need you out of here. And I can assure you, whatever dream, aspiration, or goal or resolution that you have set, the people around you are the reason why you're not successful. And I say that because they don't see it. They're the anchor that's holding you down. They're also the parachute that refuses to allow you to go full speed. Now, granted, some of us actually have good friends. And I say, if you have good friends, the ones that want to see you successful is just as bad as they want to be successful, pull them tighter. Give them more attention. Tap into their brains a little bit more. Because I can assure you, your friends are going to be one of the biggest things towards your success this upcoming year. Next, stop apologizing so much. And I kind of feel like this one's more dedicated to me. because I'm notorious for saying sorry. See, I always say sorry. If I feel like I invaded your personal space, sorry. If I'm late, sorry. If I believe in something and I don't think that you really agree with it, sorry. But nobody likes a sorry person. See, when you constantly saying sorry for how you feel, you end up minimizing what's real. You end up saying sorry for what's real. And a lot of times, a lot of people around us need to hear what's real and not sorry added to it. See, this year, I plan on changing certain words in my vocabulary. Because let's be frank here. Some of us are utilizing words that are just unbecoming of the successful version that we're supposed to be. So let's take sorry out. Let's use words more like thank you. Let's use words more like I appreciate it. Let's empower each other with our vocabulary, vice dulling each other down, bringing each other down with the words that we use. And I can assure you this, when you empower with your mouth, when the words come out and they're empowering to others, they will in turn empower you. Now, this one is kind of my favorite one, and I really wanted to take this into consideration, especially when I did my New Year's resolution. And make the goal make sense. You know, a lot of us, we have so many New Year's resolutions, and that's probably why it gets such a bad idea or a bad name to it, because we have generic New Year's resolutions. These aren't specialized for us. We say things like, oh, I want to lose weight. Well, everybody wants to lose weight. Or I want to have money. Who doesn't want to have more money? Or I want to get rid of toxic people. And, I get it. But be a little bit more specific with your goals. I pray I said that right because I really tried to. But if you're going to tell yourself that you're going to lose weight, I can assure you this. When you go to the gym and you actively engage in activities at the gym, you're going to lose weight. That's just the nature of it. Now, whether that's good weight or bad weight is solely up to your diet and how often that you go. But also, give yourself realistic goals while you're there. When you finally get all your weights and your PRs in order, tell yourself, oh, I want to be able to lift this amount by this time. Say I want to be able to run this amount of miles by this time. Give yourself realistic checkpoints within your goals. If you tell yourself that you want to make more money, I need you to understand this. If I had $100 in my account and I gained $1, technically I just made more money. Now, is that the amount that I wanted? No. So I tell you, give yourself realistic goals. Tell yourself that you want to generate a new form of revenue. Tell yourself that you want to be able to pick up another hustle so that way it brings in more money. That's what you want to tell yourself. Give yourself goals that you can actually look forward to. That's what we're talking about. Now, speaking of goals that we can look forward to, I need you to understand this. With every goal needs a checkpoint. And I love saying the word checkpoint when I talk about goals because I need you to imagine this. See, we're driving down the interstate. And the interstate, it always got exit 42, exit 43, exit 44. But what if it didn't? What if you just drove down the interstate and there was nothing there? And as you look to your left and look to your right, you just see mountains and deserts and other bullshit like that. It just feels like you're just driving, don't it? Down an endless road to an endless goal that you don't even know if you have reached the destination yet. And then in your mind, you deep down, you want to pull off to the side and probably just take the first detour. Take the first exit that comes off because that's got to be better than this, right? Well, that's what it's like when you don't have a realistic checkpoint, when you have a goal. You're constantly chasing nothing. You don't give yourself those small battles that eventually will win the war. You don't do any of that. And if you don't believe me, go back a couple of episodes when I talked about how to properly set a goal. Okay, I mentioned realistic checkpoints. These realistic checkpoints are imperative that you have these because these are the ones that are letting you know that you're getting closer to your bigger goal. And it's also letting you know that you need to up the intensity a little bit. And they boost your confidence. I can't stress that enough. With every small battle that you win, i.e. your realistic checkpoints, it lets you know that you're getting closer to your goal, which in turn lets you tell yourself, hey, I'm on the right track. Next, I want you to understand this. If you want experience, then you must experience it. If you want to be guided, then you need to seek someone who has experienced it. 99.9% of the time, we embark on these new ventures, but the first thing that we ask is advice. But guess who we asking the advice from? Our friends. Okay? Now, there ain't nothing wrong with your friends. I'm pretty sure you have a tight circle. But if your friends have never experienced what you are about to embark on, then the advice that you are asking for, you should just tell them to keep it because it's worthless. And I say that it's worthless because how can someone tell you what something has tasted like, what something has smelled like, what something looks like, what something sounds like if they have never had that, if they've never been in that situation? So with that being said, if you're about to embark on on launching a new venture, if you're about to embark on what's going on with my stutter today, Jesus Christ. But if you're about to tell yourself that you're going to go to the gym, if you are about to do something that is just out of the baseline for you, then you need to go ahead and just ask for a coach, ask for a mentor, ask for a teacher, or allow life to teach you itself. But I can assure you, search out the proper experience so that way it can guide you down the right track. I can assure you, I wish I would have asked myself to find a mentor. I wish I would have told myself to find a mentor when I launched this podcast. I wish I would have told myself to find a coach when I was trying to figure out what my niche is and everything of that nature, because it would have saved me a lot of time and a lot of effort. But I also do appreciate the process and the trial and error and how many times I have failed. So whatever one is for you, I can only tell you one thing. Allow experience to be your teacher. Now, however that experience is to you, please just allow experience to be your teacher. Next, and I love this one because I'm a big fan of this also, recharge. You know, as we launch these goals and we hit the ground running and we put our foot on the pedal and we keep our foot on the neck and whatever, synonym or acronym or whatever metaphor you want to call getting towards your goal, don't forget to recharge. Because just like the phone that is occupying our pocket right now, that is also the music source, that is also our source of entertainment, that's also our source of work, that is also our source of whatever it is used for, the battery tends to die down. And just like that battery on that phone, yours will too. Most goals are never executed to their fullest potential because by the time February, March comes around, they're too tired. They're just so worn out. They have been stuck in this routine and they want to break free of it. So they lose concentration and go off somewhere else. And I go back to that highway because there was no checkpoints in place. So they got off on the first exit that they saw, when in reality that exit wasn't even for them. So please don't forget to recharge. Because I can assure you, the last thing that you want to do is get halfway there, get a quarter there, get almost there, but you burned yourself out. So now you don't even have enough fuel in the tank to keep going. Oh, and I couldn't leave a mindset plan out without this one right here. Mind your business. What people say about you, none of your business. How they feel about you, none of your business. What they think about you, guess what? It's none of your business. And I say that is none of your business because, let's be frank here, does it really concern you? People are already going to not believe in you. People have already told you that your goal, it doesn't make sense. Everybody has a New Year's resolution that they don't fulfill. People always got something. They always got this show that's called Kids Say the Darndest Things. Well, people say the darndest things. And I can assure you, and I'm going to just be the first one to let you know the couple of adversities that you're about to face. They're going to tell you that if you're about to launch a new venture as an entrepreneur, that most entrepreneurs end up going through the worst time of their lives within the first 5 years. That's true. Or they're probably going to tell you don't go to the gym. The gym's going to be crowded because all the New Year's resolutioners are there. That's also true. They're also going to probably tell you X, Y, and Z. All those things are probably true. But I can tell you this right now. They don't have to live with the results. They don't have to live with the outcome. They don't have to live with the possibility of what it could have or should have been. You do. So why the fuck does their opinion even matter? Just like the opinion of someone who's never experienced something, the same thing goes to somebody who is not you. You got to believe in yourself. You got to support yourself. You got to keep your foot on the dang on pedal and keep pushing forward. All that other stuff, it's none of your business. And just like that, another extraordinary thought left this ordinary mind. I hope you enjoyed this episode half as much as I enjoy making it. Follow me on Instagram at OMG It's Meech. Once again, that is OMG It's Meech. Meech is spelled Meech. Stay tuned Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Don't forget to drop a comment or review on your favorite platform. Stop being great and be extraordinary.